and gentlemen. Beautiful ladies and gentlemen, great people of Nigeria, welcome to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Esther Wachukwu. On the Evening Rush right here, we discuss topical issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. We try to have an incisive detail of what these issues that bedevils us could be. We also try to get recommendations from our analysts, including you as well, that follows us on while the conversation continues. We'll try to have and find a resolution to some of the myriad of challenges bedeviling Nigeria. We focus on crucial issues that affects every segment of Nigeria's polity. We'll also try to look at means through which we can correct the vices, the social menace, the political instability, the economic imbroglio, as well as our culture and traditions, and see how we can come together as people who actually thinks and want something progressive for Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, the Evening Rush is basically where we have the conversation. I would implore you to join us right about now. Tell a friend to tune into 90.3 FM via your terrestrial channel, that is on radio, and you can join us virtually on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. You want to be part of the conversation live anywhere in the world. You can even start off by contributing to the topics I'll be discussing this evening. Once again, my name is Esther Wachukwu, and obviously follow VOP across all social media platforms. What are the topical issues I'll be looking into this evening? One of them is concerning the country of particular concern, as Nigeria has been designated, and how the president's cabinet is being secretly reshuffled. Yes, I use the word secretly. There have been questions about the potential transparency and viability of the persons close to the president who are in charge of secret intelligence. The US has mandated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to, as soon as possible, make the recent changes they had advocated and recommended. This was done yesterday. They asked the president that if they want a collaborative cooperation with them, there are certain changes that needs to be made. Now, you know as well that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has submitted names of ambassadors. And this, obviously, these nominees to the Senate, there have been questions about the credibility of these individuals, and saying that the Senate should, as much as possible for the first time in this past 2 years, to do due diligence in questioning and screening that some individuals been listed to be approved by the Senate are persons who ought not to represent Nigeria in any capacity and could give validation to the spurious claims about the legibility of the president. We're going to be looking into that as well. Secondly, former Minister of Defense has come out to say that it was not because of the US that he resigned from his position. A lot of Nigerians have said that it is because of some certain reasons and certain goals that the US gave to the Nigerian government if they wanted them to collaborate with them in providing weapons, men, and digital intelligence in flushing out Boko Haram and bandits in their several enclaves across the country. That certain things need to be done, especially with persons close to the president. Obviously, Badaru came out to deny that it is not because of that he resigned. He says all of that is entirely false. He announced his resignation letter, as we do know, on December 1, just a few days ago, and Badaru said that his attention was drawn to an online post claiming he resigned because he cannot stand and watch the US and Tinubu's government bombing their brothers in the forest. That was his statement. He said, "We cannot stand while persons bomb out our brothers in the forest." He said the claim was invented to smear his name, adding that the authors of the post intended to drive a wedge between him and Tinubu. Also, there have been talks about what the Muslim ticket meant, and that could be why Nigeria is where it is today. The supporters of the government have said that they have demystified the essence of religious sentiments in politics. That the first 2 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did well with security. In fact, Femi Fani-Kayode says that Tinubu killed more terrorists than the 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari in this first 2 years of his administration. Fani-Kayode also said that when it comes to restructuring and enabling our security forces, the president did what Buhari could not do in 8 years. I'll leave that to you to ask or respond to if that is actually the truth. Now, coming to the political scene, a few days ago, Al Rufai, who was in the APC APC and left, joined the SDP and left, and joined the ADC, has made a statement compelling Peter Obi to actually consider fully joining the ADC, as they gave them a sweep over because of the elections they had with the previous political parties they belonged. And since then, Peter Obi has been mute. Now, Peter Obi had disclosed to Nigerians that he'll be telling us the political party he'll be joining in November. And today is the 4th of December 2025. He has not disclosed anything. However, in a recent interview that has gone viral just yesterday, Peter Obi said that his situation with the ADC is still very shaky, as certain conditions has not been met. Well, according to the interviewer, he asked him, don't you think it's too late? And Peter Obi said all of those agreements could be signed off in a week. Now, there's been disparity in conversations within the camp of Peter Obi, that is the Obedience, and even those who actually want Peter Obi to join the ADC. Others feel Peter Obi is confused. Others feel that if you run separately, Tinubu will have a clean sweep in 2027. Others feel that it will be belittling of Peter Obi to run as a VP with Atiku for just one term with what he pulled in 2023. Again, there are several factors that have been driven from this. Others say that what categorized the win or the pool of 6+ something million, according to INEC as disclosed in 2023, those factors no longer exist, as a lot has happened, and the current political dispensation may not favor him if he doesn't partner with Atiku. Others believe that if he does run on his own, either with the Labour Party or any other political party, the Peter Obi still has a strong chance. Or if at all it doesn't happen, then he is a private individual. He doesn't necessarily need to run, and it's not going to make any difference. Only people who can make a difference are Nigerians themselves. Where does that put all those who have been hoping to hear what Peter Obi has to say? If Peter Obi does decide to run with the Labour Party, does the Labour Party has the credibility and the trust for people to go with it for 2027? Will the supporters still believe that Labour Party has what it takes to lead in 2027? We'll be looking into that in the course of the conversation. Now, Alex Otti went to visit the president, and after he visited the president, or before he visited the president, he went to visit Nnamdi Kanu along with some Sokoto state officials. And when he went, we heard reports that he intends to port to the APC. Alex Otti has come out to debunk such claims that he went to meet the president to speak on how the situation of Nnamdi Kanu can be resolved. Well, there have been disparities and polarizations and conversations about that, saying that he ought not to connect or be identified with somebody who has been convicted of international terrorism. Others said Alex Otti did it for security reasons because some certain persons may decide to make the state ungovernable. It was the right thing to do to show a sign of solidarity. Others questioned Alex Otti that all the while Nnamdi Kanu was in the DSS custody, he had never for once either advocated, spoken for, or against the deeds of Nnamdi Kanu. How come he has decided to go to Sokoto? Some persons believe it's clout chasing. Some persons just believe that maybe it was the right thing to be done at the time. We'll be looking into that. Does this affect Alex Otti's second term coming as a governor of Abia State? There have been a lot of questions about Alex Otti and what he represents with that visit. However, he has debunked staunchly that he is not porting to the All Progressives Congress. We're looking into that. Now, credibly as well, we have heard that the NNPC has slashed fuel price second time in less than 1 week, and a couple of Nigerians are saying, okay, this could be good because this is a Yuletide season. The petrol price has now been slashed to 920 naira per litre, down from 930, and there are also talks that it may reduce further, which should make the holiday season or the Yuletide season quite accommodating for Nigerians. Is that true? I'd like to know your thoughts about that. Meanwhile, in the spate of fighting insecurity, troops are really giving the positive feedback. We heard in Taraba State, troops destroyed bandit camps, arrested key suspects, recovered weapons. The Nigerians said it took Trump's fire in the ass of the president for this to take place. Others believe that our military is actually capable of doing this. It was all politics in the first place. Meanwhile, there are accusations that is it possible that this whole thing could have been politically motivated by the ruling party themselves to gain international sympathy? Well, a couple of persons believe that is too extreme for the political party to do, for Trump to have called Nigeria a disgraced country. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking into other interesting issues as well as the conversation kicks off. The ADC is asking the president to step aside just 2 years into his administration. Others say that it's not fair, the harsh judgment Tinubu is getting, because in the 8 years of Buhari, Nigerians endured from 2015 till 2019. They voted for him again the second time. Why can't they give Tinubu the patience? And others are saying that when it's time for the South to be in charge of the presidency, the North is usually not happy. Why can't Nigerians rally around Tinubu being a Southern candidate to do his 8 years? Well, is it about the Southern candidate or the efficiency, capacity, and confidence to carry Nigeria to its promised land? We're looking into all of that in the course of the conversation this evening. And to do that with me today is Barrister Darlington Agumore. Barrister Darlington, good evening. How are you?
Esther.
Sir, welcome.
Yes, so you have read out all the bad news of Nigeria.
Chai, no, there's a good news. Our troops are really working hard now. Like, we're hearing positive feedback of them in the front line, routing out these guys.
You know, when they kill Pa Fashionati's daughter, somebody from the southwest went there and said, "Where are the cows?" Did you remember? So where are the Esther? Are we not supposed to? We only see when they kill some of our countrymen and women, but we don't see when they are being killed. What does that tell you? Is it that the federal government is afraid or the military afraid of showing them and all that? I don't understand. We have not seen for one day, where these guys are being routed. What does that tell you?
Where which guys?
The bandits and the terrorists.
We're hearing positive feedback.
Hearing is not enough. I said when they kill people, don't you see it?
Barrister, we saw some videos of some of these terrorists caught. Yes, even in Nekede, they caught some of these Fulani terrorists. There are videos of them. They even went to the hideout where they buried corpses that have already turned to bones. We saw them and they lined them up. I would even say they really handled them well, because normally if it were IPOB, according to them, they would shoot on sight. These guys were being questioned and they were, really being possibly to be prosecuted. So yes, they're already working out intelligence.
Neked,
yes, in Imo State, yes.
And they're not IPOB.
No, they're not IPOB.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did they check well?
Barrister,
they should have checked well.
What do you mean by that?
Because anything that happens in Imo State is IPOB. Have you forgotten? Are you sure they look very well?
They did, actually. We saw the videos.
Are you
the
serious?
Apprehended individuals, young really? Guys, they're from that axis. They are still undergoing serious interrogation. The bush, the forest where they came from, they went and searched the area. They saw decomposed bodies, even to the bones, the heads, the ribs. It was.
But Esther, were you not here when this truckload of human beings were shipped into Imo State? And when we queried it, they said they came for hunting. Is that not what happened?
Yeah.
They said they came for hunting. Look at the result now. Esther, look at the result. You can see what we are saying, that this thing is never IPOB, but nobody want to listen. Nobody want to listen, Esther. Thank God that the truth is coming out now. Please, can somebody release Nnamdi Kanu? Because all you accuse him of, he was not the one.
Barrister, how do you know that?
The evidence has come out now. Yes.
Well, there is still more that needs to be done to be convincing.
Is it true or false that some truckload of human beings were shipped into Imo State and they said they came for hunting? Is that not what happened? Look at the hunting they came for. Look at it. It's showing up now.
Well, Barrister, all across the state, security has been tightened. In fact, they are utilizing local vigilantes. They are giving more armory to their local police, and even individuals themselves are taking it upon themselves to guard their vicinity. Right now, nobody is taking anything for granted. Recently, we saw how some individuals, their baggages and their bags were searched. We saw sickles, hoes, and cutlasses that were very new. Now, the problem with this could be farmers with all of this equipment. You can never tell, but because of the current state of insecurity right about now, that objectivity or sense of reasoning when they catch these persons with such weapons is not applied. Do you think that a state of insecurity, the point it deteriorated to, had made Nigerians paranoid, that it could lead to a point where someone innocent could just be taken advantage of?
Esther, this was it not avoidable? No, this insecurity, was it not avoidable? Why would anybody pack people in trailer load and say they are going for hunting in Imo State and go and drop them? Was it not avoidable? Who was behind all these things? Somebody paid for this transportation and logistics. And now look at the result. All those decomposing body that they saw now, are they not people's children? Either children, people's son, daughter, mother, father, brother. Is that not? Their body has decomposed and they cannot be identified. So meanwhile they arrested them. What will they do next? Return them back to where they come from at least. That's the only thing they can do. Esther, that is what they can do. Meanwhile, somebody have died. You can see when we are shouting here, nobody want to listen. This insecurity is clearly avoidable. Why were you bringing people from the Sahel, from everywhere, Nigeria? You ship them into Nigeria to come and cause mayhem. And then when they have finished their eye, you now start calling IPOB, calling Nnamdi Kanu, calling I told everybody who cared to this that Igbos don't kill, but they don't want to listen. Whatever anybody is doing now, using IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu is a sort of collateral damage. When you defend yourself, they call you, they give you a bad name in order to hang you. They wanted Igbo to fold their hands like the people in Benue and Plateau, so that somebody will come and take over their village and their farms. This is exactly what is going on, but nobody wants to face the truth.
Well, Barrister, in regards to Imo State as well, for the past 4 days, Tiger Base has been trending. There are reports by some youths that Tiger Base is a slaughterhouse. They carry a lot of sacrilege in there. Atrocities are committed against young boys. If you go there as a young boy, if at all by mistake you happen to land there, you can forget it. Others are writing out the tumultuous experiences they went through there. There are complaints that some persons have gone mentally deranged, abandoned there, no legal representation. Now today, I actually spoke earlier because the public relations officer of the anti-kidnapping unit and of Imo State Police Command had to respond to all of these allegations. That is DSP Henry Okoye. He is the public relations officer Imo State Command. He has been responding via social media that all of the allegations are false and untrue. He says that it is the individuals, that is ESN or IPOB members, that are fighting against that particular unit because they have been clamping down on the activities of ESN and their inordinate behavior towards innocent community members whom, according to him, they have killed and burnt their houses. That these individuals want anarchy, lawlessness in the state, and that's why they're bringing up spurious claims against Tiger Base, the anti-kidnapping unit. Now, those who have been making all these allegations and some influencers have been posting pictures of some of the Tiger Base anti-kidnapping unit operatives. There's one they call Kill and Bury. They say if that one catches you, you're done for the day. They also said the person in charge of Operation Tiger Base is Hope Uzodima's very close ally. They brought out the picture that he's the one handling a Tiger Base. I think his name, his name is Chinasa Waneri. They brought out the picture that he's a very close friend of Hope Uzodima, that he gives orders, and anything Hope Uzodima tells Chinasa to do, he carries it out, and that it's the kind of orders are unthinkable. But the DSP has said all of those allegations are untrue, has said as well that he'll be taking the press on a visit, on a tour around the facility of Tiger Base, and to check if behind that facility there is any shallow grave as being alleged by some youth on social media. But let's take a listen to that interview so we have a perspective on how you would respond to this.
Yes, sir. I'm reaching out to you at Tiger Base. We've been hearing a lot of reports about it, and we don't want to talk about it until we hear from you to know what the true reality on ground is. How do we have a conversation virtually so that we can correct some of the narratives that some of the youths are having complaining about, sir? Yes, sir.
Majority of the allegations you see flying online are misleading. They are not true. Some of the complaints you see online are not true. ongoing investigations. These people are under the police command. They are not working in isolation. We supervise them. And I will tell you that place is not a slaughterhouse. For people that are saying that kidnapping is a slaughterhouse, it's not true. You get it?
Yes, sir.
It's not true. And even tomorrow I intend to go with journalists to visit the premises, take all the images in detail, if possible, if they can take all the, you will see there's nothing like that. The place is an enclosed compound. I think a compound of like maybe 300 by 300 meters. And it's adequately there. There is bush in the background, you see that people are being buried in shallow cliffs.
Yes.
It's not true.
Alright, sir.
Now, if you know for some time, you will understand the kind of security challenges
Yes, sir.
that you face as actually faced in the past. Particularly in the hands of the members of the Eastern Security Network, where security officers have been killed on daily basis. Innocent human lives are being attacked in the name of this ESM enforcing this atom trend. And that is because of our operations to restore peace in this state. We work with the military, the ESM, and other security agents. Now, when we go to operation, and these people open fire on us, our men do reply. And after we engage them in gun battle, one of those suspects are being neutralized. Now, when they are being neutralized, they are taken to the mortuary. And we don't have anybody. So, how come with this, where is the allegation of women having a shallow grave in women?
We across social media, these youth who have had experiences say they're extorted from, the females are gang raped, the men are killed and tortured and waterboarded until they peak blood.
Have you seen the return that they command?
Yes, that is why I called you, sir. That's why I called.
Did you see extortion? Did you see extortion there? You take the corporate paragraph. Did you see anything like extortion there? Because there are some complaints that we actually acknowledge that this plan is happening because we have done investigation in the past. We have arrested one or two few eminent officers that are involved in extortion. Some of them have been dismissed, some have been given a rap. We don't know what things in the past. So I cannot come out as a PIO or tell people that extortion is not happening. It is going to be very, very foolish of this data that there are no complaints of extortion. Where I even receive this complaint personally.
I'm listening.
What do I think is that anti-kidnapping is not a dungeon, it's not a slaughterhouse, it's a legitimate primary police command. What mandates people handle high-profile criminal matters like kidnapping, armed robbery, and other violent crimes?
All right, sir, but is it possible for the unit to investigate all these claims, at least for posterity's sake? Just investigate.
We have set up a pattern already to investigate extortion. So for people that have complaints of stealing, they should please come to us with the complaint. If they cannot come to us, we have the first headquarters. And if they want police command, if it's the command, because we are not working on our own. If they are afraid that we cannot handle the number here, we have the zonal command, which is a mile. They can afford to the first headquarters, or even the police having commission to make the report. But I will tell you, 80% of the time when the people are being killed, if you look in there, these are hardened criminals that engage in gunfire with the police, and then they are surviving the cost of operation. The families will not have anything that will kill their people. Because even criminals have families, if you don't know.
All right, sir. Please, what is your name, sir?
My name is Okoye Henry, the Police Public Relations Officer in Imo State Command.
Okoye Henry, Police Public Relations Officer of Imo State Command. All right, sir.
So, tomorrow I would have done it today, but it was because of the serious economic storm by the ongoing need. I reached out to civil there is another function. They are covering even economic function.
All right, sir.
All right, barrister, what's your take? Because what we've heard, they said what the operations in that tiger base is worse than what Nigerians protested for in 2020. The whole NSAS protest, that they're worse than SARS. And these anti-kidnapping unit, they're Igbos as well. Some people say that they are from other states. I think the governorship candidate for Labour Party, the man, I've forgotten his name, that is that has something with his hand. There was an interview with Chiri Okimbaloye where he alleged that Tiger Base has killed a lot of Igbo youth in the south. Is that it's in Imo State?
Yes,
but you've heard the public relations officer say that all of those allegations are untrue. So what do you think this is?
What I think is that let the public relation officer tell us that the press in Imo State are free. They are the ones who are supposed to bring this into the fore, but the press in Imo State are not free. You and I know that. The press in Imo State don't report what is going on in Imo State. It's on record. So many people have said it. So many. All the killing that are going on in Imo State, they are not being reported, Esther. True or false? They are not being reported. So who is behind it? No, who is covering up here? You want the police to come and tell you that, yes, you know, look, wherever there is a fire, there must be smoke. Oh. You will only know that the fire is beneath by the smoke you are seeing on top. You know smoke.
Okay.
It escapes from the chimney. If you are cooking inside your kitchen, smoke will be coming out. Somebody will know that that place, there is fire there, there is fire there. That's why the smoke is coming out. So, for anybody to make such allegations, the police in Imo State should know, search themselves. If what they are saying is true, they should search themselves. I didn't say that crimes are not being committed in Imo State, too, but extrajudicial killings, innocent people. Any young man that you see is an IPOB suspect. Any young man, to the extent that in some villages in Imo State, no, you can't find one single young man there. Is it a rumor? You remember when Amnesty International reported? Why didn't the police counter it? Amnesty International, is it your usual rabble-rousing agency? Those people, you don't joke with them because they go in depth to do their investigation. And whenever they speak, they stand by what they are saying. Is that not true? So, how do you now juxtapose what Amnesty International said and what you are hearing now? How? How? Esther, how? So, there is something going on in Imo State that nobody, even the governor, why is it that the governor is never in Imo State, Esther? Please, can somebody tell me? Why is the governor, who is the chief security officer of the state, why is he not in Imo State?
The governor is busy. He's the one in charge of the
Busy
ambassadors for Renewed Hope 2027.
Are you serious? And it has to be a governor that is having security problem that you have to give that position, Abi. And you now leave the governor for which he was elected or appointed, and he's now doing another thing for Tinubu. Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine, Esther? Tomorrow now, when people take it up, they say, no, there was nothing like that. Hope Uzodinma is always on ground. He's very diligent.
Well, Henry Okoye has said that they will set up a panel and that all those who had made all these allegations, especially victims or families of these victims, are free to write their own experience petition. They should all write, compile it, investigations be carried out. But, you know, the fears is that how will the safety of these people be guaranteed if, especially if they reside in Imo State? Because a lot of them have been afraid to come out to speak, so they don't trace them and annihilate them. However, the calls have become so potent in the past few days, and I hope that due diligence is done to investigate it. Regardless of what anyone has done, fundamental human rights should be observed. If you have not been convicted, you should have a legal representation until the entire court process is done. You should not stay within the custody of the police for more than 2 days thereabout with no family member having access to you or or no legal representation, or your case being filed to court so that it could be expedited, and whatever punitive measures you have to face is faced. These are the issues that is actually bedeviling the arm of the police in several areas.
Exactly.
Now, Barrister Darlington, let's move on to Daniel Bwala and his reaction to the decisions, and yes, the decisions made by the US in their conclusion.
Please, Esther,
yes?
before you move over to that place, the police in Imo State, they should find out these foreign terrorists that they brought into Imo State. What are they doing there? All those hunters that turned out to be killers now.
Yeah,
The police,
they are going into the forest.
but before that, now a lot of damage would have been done to our lives, to our people. That's what we are saying here. Let them find out who brought them into Imo State and what are they doing there. What is their mission there that they came for hunting? And the hunting now turned out to be human beings, Esther. How will anybody justify it now? Because whenever you talk, Imo State are killing themselves and all that. Meanwhile, foreigners are brought there to kill them. Thank God they have come out with the truth now. Thank God. So the Imo State police, this is their work for you. Find out who brought those people into Imo State. What are they doing there?
All right, Barrister. So, you know that there have been certain conditions given to the Nigerian government if it wants to have a collaborative effort in terms of intelligence gathering, physical assistance of the U.S. military, as well as finance in aiding to rout out Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other terrorist elements that have surrounded our terrain or reside in our terrain. And if you had listened to the news yesterday, Washington said that they must keep up the pressure on the Nigerian government. The policy goal should be twofold. First, work with the Nigerian military to neutralize Boko Haram. Second, the United States should put pressure on President Tinubu to, one, make Sharia law unconstitutional in the 12 northern states where they have been adopted since 2000, and disband the various Hizbah groups across northern states seeking to enforce and impose Islamic law on all citizens regardless of their religious identity and affiliations. Now, reacting to that, Daniel Bwala, the presidential advisor on policy communication, dismissed the suggestions by some United States lawmakers that Nigeria should abolish Sharia law, insisting that the U.S. has no legal or moral authority to dictate constitutional changes to a sovereign nation. This was a statement he made today on a Monitor television program. Bwala said any attempt by a foreign country to instruct Nigeria on constitutional matters would amount to an attack on its sovereignty. Now, the question that a lot of Nigerians, in reacting to what the US said they should do, the Nigerian government should do before they partner with them, and in reaction to Bwala's response to that is, who and how has Sharia law enabled the northern states? How many political bigwigs has Sharia law been implemented on? Is the Sharia law for the rich or for the poor? Who are those that the gavel of Sharia law being imposed on more? Is it the poor people or the rich people? And with all the reports we hear about embezzling of funds, crime and criminality perpetrated by the political bigwigs, yet Sharia law was never meted out on them. So is Sharia law a political vice to possibly enslave some of the northern members who practice Islam? Or is this something else that Nigerians don't understand? This, again, is a conversation that has been on this space. What's your take on this?
Good. Esther, I thank God that this is coming up. You see, the very problem of Nigeria is what U.S. is trying to expose to us. We have been sleeping on our rights. Because I don't see how your tradition and your religious culture and tradition should be included in our national constitution. Yes, Sharia is a way of life of the Muslims. The Christians, don't they have their own way of life, Esther? Why is it not in the constitution? Tell me. No, you can see that over the years we have been sleeping on our right, and I've been saying it here. The Christians, in fact, your own type of religion is not what God taught you. I'm not joking. This is not what God taught you. God didn't say you should not fight for your right. We have allowed this thing, and that is why these guys have been using it to ride roughshod on us. Look at all the things in our constitution that the national constitution is against about this child marriage. Where in this world do you support that a 10-year-old girl should be married to somebody? She should not have her first menses in her father's house. What will happen if that happens? Your own daughter that you sent to school, did you marry her off at 10 years old? Esther, there are so many things about this Sharia that we need to interrogate now. Now that this thing has been raised, the Christians should raise it up. Yes, the Christian South, you should raise. If they refuse to remove it, then we are going to bring our own canon law into the constitution. Yes, to balance it up. Because if you see the damage this thing have done to the average northerner, you will shed tears. Who did they cut their hand when they steal a fowl? Is it not the poor? Who? The children of these governors and ministers in the north. Have you ever seen their hand chopped off? The answer is no. Esther, the answer is no. You can see what we are talking about. But when they want to cause mayhem, they will use them. They will tell them, it's the southern people that are your problem. It's not the Kano that is your problem. Go and attack everybody you see. Go and attack anybody you see. Is that not what they tell them? But their children are safely studying in Europe and America. Very deceitful set of people, Esther. Very deceitful. This Sharia, do they apply it to themselves too? The answer is no. They don't. Esther, they don't. It's only for the poor. The poor northerner. They are the one that the Sharia is meant for. Can you imagine?
Barrister, I recall, I think a few months ago, there were talks that Sharia law should also be imposed in some parts of the southwest.
Yes, they wanted to bring it here.
That practices Islam.
Can you imagine?
And a lot of them declined it. Why is the way Islam being practiced in the southwest is different from the way it's practiced in the north?
Because of your interaction with the European, with the white man, you know.
The white man.
Yes, because you know the first school was set up here. Is that not true?
So you're saying that it is exposure
that
has made the southwest more accommodating and understanding than the way it's done in the north.
I'm telling you.
But do you think the law has kind of abated or cut down crime and criminality? Has it also promoted good behavior ever since Sharia law was imposed in the northern states, especially the Islam practicing states?
It made things worse, Esther. It made things worse. They said they should not drink alcohol. But their big men, they will put it inside a kettle and take it to their bedroom and be sipping it. Inside
were you there?
That kettle they used to
the
go.
The kettle is for pollution.
Blue waiting. Go and check. When they finish, they wash it and keep it somewhere.
Oh God!
Tell me that no northerner drink alcohol. Esther, no, don't tell me.
Barrister, have you seen anyone?
No, tell me that none of them drink alcohol. And I will give you several examples now.
What if they take just wine, red wine, rich wine, cherry wine?
Really?
Not necessarily alcoholic wine.
And the Talakawas drink what? Is it not the absence of drinking beer that made them to resort to what's that called? That ice and that other drug.
That drug.
That other drug that is prevalent over there. What do they call it? Tramadol. Yes. Something must keep a man happy.
Well, Barrister, you don't have any evidence.
Which evidence? Why is the North? Hold on. Why is tramadol prevalent in the North, Esther? Is that not a fact? They say nobody should sell alcohol and all. Tell me that none of them drink alcohol, Esther.
Barrister, you know that the Northerners
Hold on, I'm coming. There is a law against gay. Is that not true?
Yes.
Good. But Esther, there is a particular hotel in Kano that it is for gay. Every weekend they go there. I said it here when the pressure was there, and somebody validated it. They go there to pick young men for the weekend. It's going on up to tomorrow. They call them Dandawu. Yes, Dandawu. Yes, that's what they call them. Is that not happening in North, Esther? Tell me that there was nothing like that.
I've never experienced.
Really, I'm telling you now. They have a name. They have a name. You went there to school, after the school, you ran back.
No, I didn't stay. I stayed for almost 2 years after school.
You ran back because one Abdullahi, or what was that man that wanted to remove his belt in that
Oh
uncompleted
my God, that was during the crisis, the
but it
plastic
happened.
crisis.
It was happened.
But even after that, I stayed for 2 years after that.
But you left.
What are you saying?
You left now.
God.
You left. So what are you saying? That man that wanted to go to that uncompleted house and remove
Barrister Darling, to continue your conversation, you don't have to overemphasize.
That is, you were a small girl that time. You are very lucky, very lucky. They would have turned you into Nyaninya.
Oh my
That's
God.
what they do. So what are you telling me now that this law is helping the North? Don't somebody come and tell me how. Let them tell me how it's helping the North. This thing I said now about the gay, is it not happening up to tomorrow in the North? Let somebody go and prove me wrong. They don't drink alcohol. When they see you wearing trousers, this and that. If we have not gone to Muslim states in the world, Esther, I will say, okay, in Dubai that every Nigerian go to, Esther, I've had experience. They sell alcohol in hotels in Dubai.
No, Dubai is very lenient. Dubai is not.
So
bad.
is it not a Muslim state? That's why they're making progress.
You cannot generalize when it comes to this kind of concept. In the North, it is not all northern states that allows for such vices that you mentioned. In some areas, that's strictly prohibited. Even these political bigwigs may not even try to attempt some of those things in places where they know a lot of fanatics would not allow them, But the question is that the introduction of that law, has it modified their character? Has it improved the moral virtues?
Has
it made crime reduce? And which of these big wigs, whom a lot of these individuals rally behind, has actually for once been judged with Sharia law, and Sharia law was imposed and implemented?
Good. Now let me tell you the damage it has done to the average northern youth. It was because of this thing that Deborah and Samuel happened. Is that not true?
Okay.
In Sokoto. And so many others. Esther, look at the Christians who don't bother. Have you seen how many times they have insulted our bishop?
Okay.
Even Jesus Christ and all that. Did anybody react? Did we say anything? Are we not existing? That is why I keep telling you here that the peace in this country today is in the hands of the Christians. I'm telling you, if we have been reacting the way our Muslim brothers have been over everything, Nigeria would have gone long ago. Remember when they wanted to hold Miss World in Abuja? They started talking and saying all sorts of things and all that. All this is very mundane, very, very irrelevant. But they will pick it up and start promoting it as if it is the end of the world.
Barrister.
We that keep quiet over this, we that don't even bother, because God said that the battle is his own and vengeance belongs to him. Is that not what God said?
Barrister.
So which God are you fighting for?
Do you think that if leadership decides to be more precise and put the interests of the people first before personal gains, that all of this divisiveness and distractions that we're experiencing will be curbed? There's a reason why I asked the question. When we complain about economic stifling, when we complain about insecurity, when we say that there is instability in the polity, we say it's because of misgovernance or the characters in government. Why I'm asking you this question is the U.S. intervention. Now, before the US came, there have been calls on the president to be more affirmative in handling this. We heard by some of his spokespersons that all of this was politically motivated at the time. Also, there was a perception, or an aura around the presidency, like they were supposedly handcuffed in handling what was going on. Like they knew these individuals, but somehow they couldn't pinpoint them to handle them. That it took the US reacting or making this, imposing these strict sanctions to, uncuff the hands of the president to do the needful. A couple of people feel that it is not yet enough. Possibly the president is waiting until after 2027 that he will come hard on these guys. Do you think that's what it is?
It is not. Esther, it is not. Look, when you want to do something, you don't need anybody to motivate you into action. All the things that is very dear to Tinubu, he has done them without the prodding of America or anybody. All the things that are very dear to him. You see this Muslim thing, it has become very fanatical, very, very unconscious level. You can hold on, I'm coming. Look, Esther, how do you justify a situation whereby the first lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria
Barrister, I turned off your mic because it's unethical for you to have your phone on loudspeaker. That your China, whatever phone, with your ringtone every time, Barrister Darlington. A whole barrister, look at the ringtone of your phone, Barrister Darlington. Or get in there, Maggie. What is your problem?
Don't you know I'm old school?
Most
Is it a crime to be an old school? Now, Esther, please, on a more serious note, how do you justify a situation whereby your own wife is threatened by a religious fanatic called Sheikh Tenshi? That even, in fact, the man declared fatwa on Remi Tinubu.
What if the man has been handled and we don't know about it?
No, oh God Almighty.
I'm just
Esther,
asking.
you use him as an example. If you take care of the penny, the pounds will take care of itself. If Tinubu had been very, very frontal on that, is a very good. In fact, if Tinubu jailed that man, nobody will blame him. Nobody. Esther, nobody. But he kept quiet, as if the woman does not even matter in his life. Remi Tinubu should be asking the husband, why didn't you defend? Why didn't you talk when my life was threatened? She should have the right to ask him that question. Because if he had done that, it would have sent the message to these other people. That's what I'm saying here. Yes, it would have sent the message to them. If the man had been jailed for that thing, because they said Nnamdi Kanu threatened this person, threatened this other person. He said, But somebody had done something worse here, and nobody reprimanded him. Nobody said a word. Esther, how do you justify that? I am telling you that if Tinubu had jailed that man, it would have sent a message to all these people like Shegumi. Yes, it would have sent a message to them. But he kept quiet. All because of what? Religious sentiment.
Okay, Barrister.
Let a Christian say that to her.
Do you think that the conclusion of the US, the condition they are giving to the Nigerian government to abolish Sharia law and also abolish and disband the various Hizbah groups, do they have the right to do that? Because Daniel Bala has said that they cannot instruct a sovereign country on what to do and that they don't have the local standard. He said when asked about the US government if they had the right to push Nigeria to disband Sharia law in northern states or amend its constitution, and he said in doing that it will amount to infringing on the territorial integrity and territorial right of the country. It's a lie?
It's a lie.
Okay,
let Buhala shut up.
Why should he shut up?
Let him shut up. Esther. So it is now right for you to go and bring terrorists into Nigeria, Abi? Those northern religious fanatic who went to go and bring all the terrorists all over Africa and brought them into Nigeria, it is their right to do that, Abi?
Barry, so we're talking about Sharia law.
Oh, no, I'm coming. When they brought them here and they now took over part of our life and our country, where was Buhala? Please, where was he? No, you can see now. But America is coming to help us. To help us solve a problem that we cannot solve. And you are saying is the part of territory. So this terrorist that came here to take part of our territory, they told you better that is holding court in Nigeria from Niger. They have the right, Abi. That one is constitutional.
This thing has been on since 2000 and the US is instructing. Don't you think it will polarize the country further?
It will
if
not.
They begin to revisit it to remove it from the constitution.
It will not. In fact, if these people if this were to be America, Donald Trump will send these people that came into our lives in 1804. He would have sent them packing.
So
he would have sent them packing. That's the truth.
For the US to make that conclusion or to give that recommendation to the Nigerian government or pressure, whichever way you may say it, are they insinuating that it's a practice of Sharia law that is causing terrorism in Nigeria?
Exactly. In fact, the sympathy is all about what? Religion and ethnic affinity.
But there are a lot of people who have imbibed that character, that culture. It's what they consider to be their mainstay. How do you now say because of the US you remove it from the constitution?
Yes. Anything that has to do with your religious culture and tradition is personal. Esther, it's personal. The same way Christians regard it as personal matter. I mean, can they imbibe the culture of the average Christian in Nigeria or anywhere in the world? Esther, can't they imbibe it? At least when something is working, why can't you copy it? The way Christians go about their life without disturbing anybody with religion, is it not good? Are you not supposed to copy it? Since your own is bringing problem to you and to every other person, is it not time you change it? Change it. If you don't want to change, we force you to change it. Because we allowed you to put it in our constitution. You are now using it to threaten and intimidate every one of us.
But have you not seen that? If the US is giving that condition, because there were talks that very close persons within the presidency may be responsible for some of the things happening. I don't know what that means, because I don't want to believe that the president will surround himself with people who will endanger his life or who will endanger his government. A couple of persons have complained that the close allies of the president are persons from his ethnic group. You would actually bring people close to you whom you know have your interest at heart. You wouldn't bring an enemy or someone you know that doesn't have your best interest at heart close to you. But if the US is saying that these persons, very core top persons, all right, are the ones responsible for this, they have their names, they know what they do, they know the names of these organizations that have saturated the president's cabinet, and they're giving the president and Nigeria this condition to collaborate with them. If the Nigerian government refuses to do that because they consider it to be impeding on their sovereignty, then what happens? We're not going to get any assistance from the US. Would we continue to go about living in pandemonium and fear against these terrorists?
Look, the Nigerian government should be very, very happy and very lucky that the US want to help them. I'm not joking.
Okay.
They should be, in fact, they should thank the US for having interest in Nigerian affairs to help us. Because if this thing continue, Esther, there will be revolution.
What revolution?
This killing by some people against it, if it continues, at a point the Christians will resist it, and maybe carry their own arms.
That people are already protecting themselves. Nobody's waiting for the government.
So this thing that the US want to do is to help them, including this North, because they woke up one day and discover that the Nigeria they want to control, the Nigeria they want to overrun, is no longer within reach. They have moved out. That's the truth.
Barrister, we'll continue this conversation. Let's take a very short break and we will be right back.
This December, something glorious is happening. It's time to lift our voices, our hearts, and our hands, because hope is alive again. Join Christian Pentecostal Mission International for our annual National Thanksgiving Service. Theme: Thanksgiving of Hope. Date: Sunday, December 7th, 2025. Time: 8 a.m. prompt. Venue: Believers Cathedral, 10/12, Latif Salami Street, off Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Ajao Estate, Lagos. It's going to be a day of joy, music, and divine encounter. Ministering Reverend Dr. Mercy Ezekiel, General Overseer, and a powerful worship experience with Minister Sinach. Don't just hear about it. Be there. Come with your praise, your gratitude, and your testimony, because this year, hope will dance again. CPM. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Customer, welcome. What you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Quarter fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get am. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J quarter fuse and distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry, I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover quarter fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
Yeah, welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And obviously, we've been having quite an interesting, engaging conversation. Paris, I was asking you this very pertinent question from a legal perspective. I asked you, I said that does the US have any moral standing, any local standing, any right whatsoever to impede or disclose or authorize a sovereign country that they should alternate, change, abolish a particular practice in their constitution before they give any form of help? And I'm speaking about the US saying that they should abolish Sharia law and also disband Hisbah.
Good. Esther, where did you copy your democracy? The type of democracy you practice, is it not from the US? So why do you copy one side and leave the other side? They are talking based on their own type of politics and democracy. You don't find such a thing in American Constitution. I don't know. Can't you find a large number of Muslims in the US? I mean, US citizens that are Muslims. They don't have their own separate laws and tradition and culture in their constitution. The answer is capital no. Esther, why do you think in Germany today you cannot even mention the name of Nazi? Nazi. Remember, that was the political platform Hitler used to commit all the atrocities he did. And after Hitler was brought down, the Germans deleted it from their life. That they made sure that that name is not heard. So, if you have an ideology that is causing problem in your country, please, what is wrong in you saying no, this particular ideology, please remove it? More so when that ideology is bringing your people down. The very Sharia you introduce in the north is not the Sharia that you can find in Dubai, you can find in Saudi Arabia. Esther, tell me if I'm lying. The Sharia in the north is the worst part of Sharia, which their leaders doctored in order to keep their people down, in order to deprive them of economic and educational liberation. Is that what you want anybody to support? The Sharia in the north is not the actual Sharia.
All right, but do you think that's why Badaru resigned? Do you think that's why he resigned? Because he has come out to deny that it was not because of the US's redesignation or designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern and this proposed military action against terrorists in Nigeria that acts that propelled him to resign. He did so for personal reasons.
He said he was sick.
Yes.
But whether he was sick or not, the fact remains that he had resigned. Because I was not comfortable when two Fulani men are manning our security sector in the military. Both Matawali and Badaru, are they not Fulanis? So if they should leave, I'll be so happy. Because they are aiding and abetting in that position.
But Barrister, if these men were doing well, would
they,
you have...
Were they doing well?
Hold on.
Not,
if they were doing well, if all these allegations that around them were in this potent, would you have made mention of where they come from?
Esther, they will never do well because they have sympathy. Listen, don't assume.
No, Barrister, do not generalize.
I am not. If you said if,
regardless of where they come from.
You said if. I don't want that if in this situation.
You don't want it.
Yes, there's no if here.
This is why I'm asking.
If
we have issues when some certain narrative falls in line with some realities. What if, like I asked, these individuals were working hard and leaping insecurity in the board?
They were not.
Would you have looked at their religion and where they come from?
They are not. Under their watch, things escalated. The two of us. Under their watch, things escalated.
What I'm asking you is that it is not all of them that are sympathetic to this term.
Oh, we are talking of the people in charge of the security aspect of the military.
Obviously.
Chief of army staff. And this other person. What are they doing? Where we are there when these terrorists were coming in? So what are you now telling me? Don't you see all the allegations around Matawali? Please tell me.
He has been pressured to do something about that, but he hasn't said anything.
But the fact remains that it is now obvious. Esther, it is now obvious. You see, there is a proverb in Yoruba that they say, the child you refuse to train at home They will train that child for you outside. Abi, now, the thing that we refuse to do, America is helping us to do it, and more are coming, Esther. I'm not joking, because the way these people are going about this, I have been complaining about the arrogance and impunity of the North. Very, very arrogant. Arrogant. They don't even care whether you exist or not. They don't do things. Buhari woke up one morning in 2016 and included the 940 million naira in our national budget to fund the Fulani herdsmen business. Esther, how do you justify that? When have anybody done that in the history of this country? But it happened here. At the end of the day, the so-called ranch we did not see. The money we did not see. Rather, what you saw was gone. That was when Fulani herdsmen started carrying gun. And you didn't see any connection, Abi? You didn't. Then how come in the history of this country it was only a Buhari that elder statesmen in this country sued to court for what? For insecurity. A sitting president of this country was taken to court by elder statesmen. Thank God for people like Padebanjo. That man, God, you must receive him in heaven. You must receive that man in heaven. He stood out with other elder statesmen and sued this man to court for causing insecurity. And they go and read their affidavit and see what they listed there that Buhari did. Does it mean that these people meant well for you and I, Esther? No. Do you think they meant well? And what is causing all this? Religious and tribal sentiment. What else? What else, Esther? What else? Did anybody give Nnamdi Kanu this privilege?
All right, Barrister, let's move on to another conversation, because you must always infuse Nnamdi Kanu into everything.
Look, I will always refer to him as long as this is insecurity, because they told us he's the cause of insecurity. Now that they have judged him, why is he continuing? Why would I make reference to him? Tell me why.
His case is still ongoing. It's not a definitive conclusion. That conviction is not definitive. They've appealed.
I said
so. He's still appearing in court.
He is now in prison. But to be when he was a free man, they say he was the cause. So it was. Have you heard him speak? Has he spoken where they kept him? Does he have the facility to talk? So now, who is teleguarding these terrorists?
Where they kept him, he must not have access to any electronic device.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now he has been put in the cooler. So he doesn't have anybody to tell what to do and what not to do. So why is this thing continuing, Esther? Can you explain to me why this thing has continued? Remember when Sheikh Gugumi and his fellow traveler we are accusing Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and ES of everything that is wrong in Nigeria?
We want to take phone calls very early today. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Mr. Peter Obi, said that the coalition with the African Democratic Congress is facing setbacks due to unresolved issues around zoning and rotation by key political figures. Obi is still maintaining that there's this gentleman agreement that it is the turn of the South, and these are the skirmishes in terms of agreement with the ADC that is yet to be resolved. A few days ago, when El Rufai got his ADC membership card, he called out Peter Obi and said that he expects Peter Obi to officially join the ADC very soon. Atiku has full on joined the ADC and said now Nigerians will see who the real oppositions are. From the 10th of December, there will be a National Executive Caucus meeting with the All Progressives Congress on the 10th and the 11th. They're already kick-started. Hope Uzodinma is in charge of the Ambassador Renewed Hope initiative, and already we've heard about luxury highest buses being given to a couple of them, and they're to contribute 1 billion naira each to actually accomplish all of this ahead of 2027. My question to you, Barrister, is that there have been talks that, okay, since Peter Obi may not really have the kind of clout, that's what they're portraying that he had in 2023, that he should become a vice to Atiku, that if he doesn't, that they wouldn't give it to him in 2027 like what happened in 2023. Others are of the note that why would Peter Obi, who pulled 6 million votes, become a vice to Atiku Abubakar, or be part of an enclave of persons that he has decided to run a different kind of politics against? So right now, Peter Obi has maintained that he's still a member of the Labour Party, and that they are still having conversations, and that it is not too late for these conversations to be had, because a lot of persons want to know where he stands. What's your take on this quickly?
Esther, I think I have made my opinion known about this P2B and his delays and all that.
You delay?
the delay in choosing a party.
They said a week is enough still before the elections.
Please.
Sir?
I don't want to dwell much on this P2B issue.
Okay.
And the last time I checked, these followers, the obedient people, whom I don't know where they are now, they told us that they are strategically planning something.
Boris, are you afraid of his followers?
No, who? Afraid of who?
Okay.
Are they my God?
Okay.
No.
Right.
I'm just telling them, those who are misleading P2B. You said something here that P2B pulled the 6 million votes. So how many did that article pull in the last election?
Boris.
No, you don't. You didn't complete the. You said P2B who put 6 million votes. How many did how can he be advised when he put?
Again, we're talking about the conversations that went around the polity after this interview.
Look, APC can sponsor anybody to confuse P2B. APC, yeah, they are capable of doing all those things. Okay. Trying to mislead him. Esther, I have made it clear. A P2B cannot do this in alone. He need an article.
But why does he need an article?
What are you saying?
I'm asking you. It's a question. Why does he need an article?
Okay.
What can Atiku do that couldn't be done in 2023?
Was he the president then? I mean, was he the president? He contested an election.
Who was the president?
I mean an article.
Has Atiku ever been a president?
So what are you saying? Why?
I'm asking, why do you think that Peter Obi should join Atiku?
Because of the votes they garnered in 2023.
And I told you that the factors of 2023 does not apply now.
Why did you not mention the vote to Peter Obi garnered in?
I am talking about the responses of Nigerians after this interview. From those supporting Peter Obi and those against.
Those Nigerians are not real Nigerians because they are not looking at the political climate. They are not looking at what is obtainable. They are not looking at what is possible. Atiku garnered more votes than P2B. Is that not true? And I'm saying, if you join it now, they will even get ×2 of that vote if they come together. Is that not true?
Do you think Peter Obi was bullied after the 2023 elections, that he went into his shell? He's taking his time?
No. If look, I will not be happy if P2B does not join in this 2027 election. I will not be happy, seriously.
Why?
I will not be happy. I've told you.
He's a private citizen. He can decide not to be part of it if he's not comfortable with those he's
I will not be happy with the way things are going. I will not be happy.
Why?
And if anything goes wrong, P2B should blame himself because he's man enough to take a decision.
Now, Barrister, let's create this scenario. We're not character assassinating anybody. Peter Obi said he wants to run a kind of politics that is clean. A politics that does not involve brigandage. A politics that is not authoritarian. A politics that without an individual, a particular region cannot survive. A particular region cannot wake up or cannot sleep unless that individual wakes up and that individual sleeps. Peter Obi says he wants to run a politics that everyone can do what they want to do so long as there is justice in the society. Now look at the persons in the ADC. Again, we're asking the questions. Anel Rufai had once called him a Nollywood actor. He had once made derogatory claims against Peter Obi. Anel Rufai was the one who worked very hard to make sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gets into this government and promises that indeed Peter Obi would not win the elections. Anel Rufai is the one who told us they had to pay these bandits money so they stopped terrorizing their communities. There are vices attached to what El Rufai as a person had said and done. He was a staunch member of the APC. Now we have an article with a lot of different talks or baggage. We have always claimed that they have never been able to pinpoint anything against him. Now you have a Rotimi Amici as well. That was once a political party member of the All Progressives Congress. This very same party, during Buhari's administration, that a lot of persons have called all sorts of names. These are the persons that you think Peter Obi should align with? I'm just asking, or is it all of a sudden their past should no longer make reference to the persons that Peter Obi connects with? If that is the case, should President Tinubu be forgiven as well for the kind of persons that he has close to him, even if there are questions about their characters?
Esther,
sir,
if this is the mindset of Peter Obi, then he wants to be wiser than God.
Okay.
And that can never happen. It can never happen. God have told you that all have sinned and come short of his glory.
Wow.
Is that not a fact? There is no scent under the sun.
So that means
Hold on, I'm
wait,
coming.
Barrister, that means the president should also, as he's nominated Reno Mokri, he has sinned and he has been forgiven.
Look, I am coming, Esther, please.
Yes, go ahead.
As a human being, nobody is perfect. So P2B should not be looking for angels here. It can never happen. It can never happen. At least let somebody contradict me. Why is he always telling he doesn't want to? He will get into the ring and begin to do what he wants to do. Is that not true?
Okay.
You cannot be from outside and you want to correct those who are already inside. How do you do that? No, tell me how. You will get inside first and then you begin to reform the country.
You think that's going to be possible?
I am coming. 1 year ago I won an election. The man who came in and said, look, this election that brought me to power is not good. And he started what? Electoral reform that we are seeing today. Esther, true of us. If Yaradua had not come in, would he have done that? I have said it, P2B, I want to offer my advice free to you because I can see that you are making mistakes, seriously. I want to offer my own advice free to you. If we have any contact, it will help you because you have done a lot of things that are unthinkable in this particular dispensation.
So, Barrister, if
all this thing you are waiting for,
if that is what you're advocating, then the characters or the questionable characters on the nominees presented by the president to the Senate, they should be forgiven, and Nigerians should approve that they be given whatever ambassadorial positions and portfolio they're given. If based on what you just described now,
hold on, it depends on where Tinubu is sending on mockery. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay. There are countries you look at, you say, who will go to this country and do this fire brigade clean up for me, image for me? Maybe they will send a mockery there. Then you will look at another country and say, which is that country that is very critical of me, of Nigeria? You send that person there. Look, even God, Esther, when he wanted to liberate the Israelites, he didn't choose an Aaron.
So in other words, there's nothing wrong in the president nominating Reno Mokri and the others, so long as they've been forgiven and they're advocating for him. So there's nothing wrong with it. Nobody should question their character because of that, isn't it?
Esther,
sir,
look, don't compare incomparable.
Oh.
When I say nobody is a saint, that does not include Reno Mokri.
Okay.
Because you are talking of the image of Nigeria.
Okay.
He doesn't have the pedigree to do that job, that ambassadorial job. He doesn't. We are talking of comparing what is comparable. Like all this thing you said that P2B said he would not do. Is he not going to appoint ministers? So all the ministers should now go for a P2B school of decency, anti-corruption before they can now come and work. No, you work with people that are available to you, and then you give them a matching order, give them target. Give them target to accomplish.
All right,
no, there is no way P2B will get the kind of people he's looking for. It's not possible.
All right, Barrister, let's take calls.
Atiku is a moderate.
Is a moderate what?
He's a moderate Muslims.
Oh.
He's not fanatical. We saw when he was in office. He was moderate now.
Okay.
He was not moderate.
All right.
We didn't lose 210 trillion naira under his watch.
Okay.
We did not.
All right, Barrister, let's take phone calls. The number to call is 08036929933. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817175633. We already have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Esther.
Hi, Remy, long time.
Yeah, how you doing?
I am fine. Thank you for
Welcome back.
today. Thank you.
Welcome back. Good evening, Barrister.
Yeah, Remy, how you doing?
I'm fine, sir. And you?
I'm okay. It's just that Esther is disturbing me here.
I won't join the disturbance self.
Okay. Go ahead.
I beg to differ.
I hope it's not about my phone, no.
No, it's about OB. Your stance about OB.
All right.
Like I keep saying, if I were to be OB, I'll pull out of the whole thing. We're waiting for a Messiah to come and rescue us. We are not ready. Obi shouldn't do anything more. The excuse before Obi emerged from Nigerians was all politicians are the same, and there is no one that is different among them. Obi came out. They start to be from head to toe. We all can tell Obi is different. He's not the same, but he's different. Yet Nigerians are looking for other excuses. Obi should do this. Obi should have joined this. Okay, what are we going to do as the people? Obi should kill himself because of Nigerians. If truly we desired a different country, we should be the one yearning. We should be the one demanding. We should be the one on the street. We should be the one clamoring. We should be the one making the preparation for Obi to emerge. But here we are asking Obi to do this. Okay, you are preaching Atiku, Obi to vice Atiku. What is wrong with that Ahmed? Talking about character, talking about how they ran offices when they held offices. We knew Atiku is in the state too. Malabo was this case around him. And other cases, Atiku cannot tie Obi lace shoe. We know that. So Obi should now stoop low. Why can't we take that Ahmed? Why do we like looking back? Because of political reasons. Why? No. We are not ready to have a better country. We are still looking for, at least trying to look for someone who will work with others because we want, we should see, we never ready, never ready at all. We never ready. If we are ready, we will wait for Obi to do it. We will be the one. If this country gets better, is it only obedient that we enjoy this country? Obedient should do this. They should. How about Nigerians? What do we want? Are we sitting on the fence? Good evening.
Good evening, Remy. Thank you so much.
When God wanted to achieve results, He chose a Moses instead of an Aaron.
All right. 0036929933. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Turn down the volume of your radio, please. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Boyerson. Welcome. Good evening.
Esther, can you hear me?
Very well. Clearly, I can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome.
I am Boyerson from Afromedia.
Yes, welcome.
Can you hear me now?
Very clearly, Boyerson, we can hear you.
Okay. You see, my suggestion is this. You know, I trust Darlington. I always concur to his submissions. But that one of saying Obi should be vice to Atiku. But my dear brother,
yes,
Darlington,
yes.
Have you forgotten that even though I don't want to be tribalistic, have you forgotten that Atiku is still one of the Fulanis? I don't know. I don't want to go in. I don't want to delve into that. But then, can't we just say President Tinubu, who is dead now, can't he just do the needful? Can't he just do the needful by standing to his feet and say, look, all these terrorists, they must be flushed out. They must. Why can't, what is stopping him from saying, look, they must be flushed out?
Political survivor.
That's the presidential directive. Why can't he do that, for God's sake? And at the same time, why can't he release those names who are funding terrorists? Why is he finding it difficult? Why is he finding it difficult to say, look, these are the names. Oh yeah, Nigerians, I am free. I want to liberate you people. I am ready to now die for you as the president. And why is, at the same time, why is he after?
Okay,
It's all about political survival.
Really?
Yes. When Obama was it not Biden? Who is that one that brought the blacks into the?
But Barrister Datsi a few days ago was with Julius Aburi and insisting that there's nothing wrong with the Labour Party for a party that pulled what it pulled in 2023, and it's very obvious that there is a tendency that maybe Labour Party may go with Dati if Obi leaves. Hello, good evening.
Let him go and become their presidential candidate now.
Hello.
Let him go.
Hello.
And let's see what we do.
Good evening, sir. What's your name? Indubisi. Joshua. Welcome, Joshua. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abuja.
All right. Go ahead.
In 2019, Peter Obi ran. In 2019, Peter Obi contested with Atiku against Buhari's second term. What happened when he contested? the declaration result today, Peter Obi said we want that we put in court. So what happened? The same people can start in the court. After the same people shall on your mandate shall stand. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Then, secondly, please, how to advise you, please, whenever that is talking, please, please allow him to talk. You always interrupt him.
You said what?
Whenever that is talking, please always allow him to talk. You always interrupt him.
I don't allow him talk.
Yes, yes. That's why you're APC woman. Yes.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Esther.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Let me call you in the way by somebody is very close. Esther.
Not my.
Sorry, Sagality.
Oh, my brother, how you doing?
This is Joval.
Joval, yes.
Joval.
It's been a while. I know.
I do, but it's Darlington. I enter pockets and go rest.
In fact,
Esther.
Sir.
You came back looking very radiant.
Yay, thank you.
You rested well.
Yes, I did.
Paris Darlington.
yes.
What you are saying about Labour Party truths. Nobody should deceive anybody in this country.
No.
That Labour Party is a setup. If not, why is it that a court has removed
Abure.
Barrister Julius Abure?
And he's still parading himself.
And he's still parading himself as the Labour Party
and
chairman.
that's the one to be to go to.
See, that thing is a trap for P2B. You see this, the president Tinubu. I want to respect him. I'm calling him President Tinubu. See, he set trap for P2B, and I wonder why P2B is not seeing that trap.
No,
is it hard for you to see? Those who are saying that P2B has 6 million votes or whatever votes, that he cannot do vice president for Atiku. It means that he has the votes already. So let him move to another place, and the vote will follow him. The people that are voting for P2B, they are not following party; they are following him. Because before now, Labour Party was nowhere. P2B came and Labour Party became what it is. So if you look at it very well, let him move. If he stays in that Labour Party, it will be disaster. Tinubu will become the president again. Personally, I am advising, just like Barrister Barrington is saying, let him move. Then for Atiku Abubakar, it will be very difficult to see it that way. So please, Nigerians should wake up. Good evening.
All right, thank you, Joval. Thank you for calling. 08036929933. That's the number. And the WhatsApp number is 0817175633. Hello, good evening. What's your name?
Yes, sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Emeka calling from Ababa.
Emeka, how is Akpakpa today?
It's fine.
All right, go ahead.
I want to say something about the killing in Imo State.
Okay.
Yes. The governor of Imo State and those police, federal police, will be held accountable for all those killings in Imo State. Not IPOP, not ESN, as they allege.
Okay.
Yes. Even when Badaru was in power, like that, he said it, they brought people, say they are hunted. What are they hunting? Are they not the numerous bushes inside in the north?
I wonder.
So whatever killing in Imo State is the governor of Imo State and those federal police there. They are the ones committing all those mayhem.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
ISIS was stopped
Yeah.
from becoming a global jihadists was because they were trying to create a caliphate in Syria and in Iraq.
Thank you, my brother.
Their founder was Baghdadi that was killed by America.
Yes,
because they wanted to create a caliphate between Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon.
Exactly.
So the issue is the caliphate,
exactly,
nothing else. And you ask a police officer in Owerri, he was denying all the whole fact.
Public relations officer.
Esther, as you know, Mosonko has been on your program talking about this tiger base in Owerri. This is not the first time we are hearing tiger base. Since 2 years now, Mosonko was always telling you about this terrible place, very notorious place, and the police is denying it. Tell me what Nigerian police has ever accepted. They'll keep on denying until one day they'll be exposed. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Exactly. Ikada was degraded.
Well, we'll be speaking with DSP Henry Okoye very soon, virtually, to let us know if they've set up a panel to investigate everything about the anti-kidnapping squad and Tiger Base. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Ashola, how are you?
Yes, along the line. Good evening, I'm good.
Welcome. I'm fine.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Well done.
Yeah, so let me take it from the issue of the Sharia.
Okay.
You know that it seems that's the body language of America. They want it out.
Yeah.
See, I blame this on the past leaders of Nigeria. You understand? They have given too much, will I say,
privilege.
I don't know the word to use.
Privilege.
Respect, or, to this northern, there's this notion we have that, they believe they are born to rule. So, especially from the southwestern part, we open up with them and give them too much respect. Now, tell me in a secular country, why should an Arabic inscription be on our naira?
I'm telling you.
These are anomalies. These are things that shouldn't be. I even heard that on the Nigerian army's their logo, there used to be an Arabic something there too.
It is there.
So these are things that have given them the leverage to do all these things they are doing. They have taken the other religion and every other this thing for granted. It's not only Christian and Muslim we have now. We have other traditionalists. You get? So these are things that America wants to correct for us, but it can't be corrected at once. What needs to be done must be done at home. Without, you can't shave somebody's head in the house.
Very true.
So the willpower, political will of the president is needed in tackling all these things.
That's true.
Which he doesn't have. His priority is different from the priority of Jonathan. Jonathan said his ambition is not worth the blood of Nigerians. But in our own case, in this man's own case, the president, he said, Emiloko, he doesn't care. So that is by the way. Then for Obi, was it Remy that called? I like what Remy always says about Obi. See, Obi should not kill himself on Nigeria. He's not the Messiah. You don't get my point. The only thing is that for those of us that Barrister feels we are not patriotic, because Barrister feels is the only patriotic person and he's only in his own lens. No, that's the truth. You understand? So for we that are not patriotic, the thing that we look at is we are like the Joshua. We think like Joshua and Caleb. You know that when they were sent to the Canaan land, those ones, the first when they are said they are seeing giants, that they were like grasshoppers. It was Joshua and Caleb that saw something different, that believed that things that they can get there. So what am I trying to say in essence is that, see, we have so many people that are competent. You understand? The only thing is that the system doesn't allow the competent ones to get there.
But Shola, they have between now and they should come out, because some persons have said that Obi doesn't necessarily need to run. He's a private citizen. But what about others? The option available to defeat the APC, a couple of Nigerians said they've not seen it. So where are the people who could be properly packaged that they could read about their history?
Let me tell you the solution to this country's problem. For those that are looking that let us pardon the problem, let me pardon it. The same people are saying that Atiku should go there. I keep saying this thing. Atiku, that somebody died. Deborah, I keep saying this. It's one of the many sins for me.
Leave that thing. It's a minor issue.
You commissioned and you withdrew it. Is that not a signal for you? Then these same people will come back there again. Will continue the suffering. That's why the last said it ago is a prophet. Say original suffered. That's what Nigerians are. We don't learn. The truth is that we need those things to save this country. We need a person that will have a group of visionaries. That's how Singapore was changed. They will come together. Obi cannot do it alone. But if you are telling them to go and deputize somebody like Atiku, you understand? It's going to be redundant. It's just going to be there. There's nothing he's going to do. If you are saying that he should wait for 4 years, that they will hand over to him, how are you sure about that? You get my point? So two things. It's either there's a revolution in this country, because these people there, they will continue, they are reprobate, but they will not change. Something must happen. Do you understand? To change the system. That is what I'm telling you. If not, Nigeria will never move forward. Let's call a spade as part of this pattern of looking for lesser evil.
All right. Thank you very much. Very low. Thank you so much, Shola. That was
Esther,
very apt. Yes, sir.
Why can't the Southwest and the Southeast come together?
In what regard? In what way?
Politically, economically. and take a stand against the North, because the North has always been together when they want to demand something from Nigeria.
Okay, Barrister, how is that supposed to happen if you have Obi who's from the southeast and Tinubu is from the southwest, and Tinubu is saying, I will crush you, it's my turn, you cannot come.
That is what I'm
How
telling
do you intend for them to marry?
I said, whenever a madman realizes that he's naked, that day the madness will go.
So what are you suggesting?
The day the southeast and the southwest realize that they are naked, maybe that day the nakedness will go. Yes.
Do you think if Tinubu reaches out to Obi and says, come, guy?
He will not even, he said nobody should mention Obi's name where he is.
He doesn't said so?
Yes, he doesn't want to hear the name of Obi.
Where you did here, Barrister Darlington?
He doesn't want to. Don't you see
you
how...
slept in his
hold
bedroom.
on now, Esther.
Wait,
you don't see how he talk down on Obi and his spokesperson. Don't
it's
you
his
see?
spokespersons that do all of the talking.
But he's there. Why has he cautioned them?
But I asked you a question. I said, if he reaches out to Obi and says...
He will not.
No, I'm asking again. You said it. You made a statement here. You said let the southeast and the southwest come together to defeat these northern oligarchs who think that they are the ones in charge of this country, right? Okay, now I'm saying if we look at those from the southern part of Nigeria that are contesting, Peter Obi of the south and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. Any other person coming right now, we're talking about the persons who were very popular in 2023. And you're saying they should come together, two persons who may not see the same thing in the same lens.
They are not the leaders of the southwest and southeast. They are a leader. Ohaneze is there. Afenifere is there. They need to come together to avert this danger that is looming. Because
so how do they do that?
For the sake of their children and their children's children.
How do they do that if Tinubu and Peter Obi cannot align?
Hold on. Oh.
Okay.
If you are going to do it with these two people, you will not succeed because they are in different camps. You need to call those who are neutral politically. They are the egghead, the think tank, the leaders of thought. They are the ones that will come, even tell Obi and Tinubu what to do.
Okay.
Except these leaders come together. Esther, you see this problem. In the next 100 years, it will be there.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
How are you doing?
I'm Joseph calling from Ogun State.
Wow, Joseph, how is Ogun State today?
Thank God.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I agree with Mr. Darlington as well.
Well done, my brother.
Yes, sir. The issue I want to put my mouth is that of the Sharia law.
Okay.
How does that law affect the average Nigerians? Or is that law for only certain tribes?
Okay.
Because we can see the damage this Sharia law has done to most people, especially the poor. So, if the American is instructing Nigerians to demolish or to do away with this law, is there any crime in that?
Okay. All right. Well done, Joseph. Good question. Barrister Darlington, can you respond?
Yeah, in fact, there's no crime. I just told you, I've given you examples. I've given you examples here that there are certain ideology that can create a very big problem. It was this same Sharia whatever that created Al-Qaeda. It was this same Sharia whatever that created ISIS and all that. But the Americans saw the danger it was creating, and then they shut it down. In fact, they put it down.
Well, today there are 12 states that apply Sharia law in all they do. And Sharia law is actually applied on personal issues such as marriage, divorce, inheritance.
Esther, this thing is in our constitution, Esther. Don't you hear me?
Yes.
It's in our constitution. And whenever you want to do anything and get to that point, they will say, no, it's in the constitution. It's a no-go area. And then they will drop it. Is that not true?
Okay.
You can't go against the constitution now.
Let's take more reactions, Barrister Darlington. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
I'm Edward. Greet my prophet, Dr. Darlington.
How are you, my brother?
All right.
So my name is Edward, calling from Tango. and I greet you too.
Okay, thank you.
You see, Nigeria cannot say they will solve their problem without, or now they have known their root cause of all their problems. Or there's power in the people. When people gather themselves together, there is enough power in the people. Now, many people have seen this government and see that this government is misleading them. I think what they need to do is to make sure that this electoral act is a very key. Thank God the US now have been helping Nigeria. If that one, the US are helping Nigeria now have come to conclusion, that matter have taken a big solve.
All right.
But another one now, this electoral reform. If Nigerians believe that if there's no electoral reform, there will be no election. That is where Obi can be able to showcase himself. Any political party that belongs, it can do well.
Okay.
Because this Atiku, I never know Atiku very well because he's a Fulani man. They can bring autocracy into his government like Buhari.
So I don't want us to look at things from the lens of tribe, please. Let's not do that. We're above that.
This Minister of Defense doing what we ask them to do correctly, are you going to praise them or not? I want my darlington to answer that question. Two, the Sharia in the north, as the last caller said, is it for certain people or for certain category of people? Because if the Sharia is for everybody, what of Gadije? Is it for those people who steal or who corrupt people? Is it not for them? There's two questions I have for Darlington. Esther, whenever I call you, if you don't answer, you pay with her soup. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You see, that is the dysfunctional implementation of Sharia that is the problem here. The feudal system in the north, that's why I told you that this Sharia, the way it is implemented in the north is upside down. Because I've been to Muslim countries, Esther. No, I'm not exaggerating. It wasn't like this. That's why they are moving forward. They allow their people to aspire, to grow, teach them what to bring progress in their life, not to keep them in the cooler. Whenever you want to cause problem, you go and mobilize them, brainwash them. You don't want them to go to school. You don't want them to know anything.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
I can hear you.
All right, Barrister Daliti, I greet you. Esther Washuku.
Sir, good evening.
My queen, how you doing?
I am fine, sir. Welcome.
I greet all of you.
Thank you.
You are doing a very great job.
Thank you.
See, what I want to say about this whole issue, there's a picture I sent to you, so I want you to look onto those things.
Okay.
So what Tinubu is just focused on is not based on insecurity. It's not based on maybe infrastructure, not based on economic or anything.
Wow,
his only ambition is 2027.
Wow.
That is all that concerns Tinubu. I'm telling you, Tinubu is a man that is desperate. He only after the power. See, let me tell you, from the beginning, I'm a Yoruba man from Ondo State. So my name is Ademu Agbongbonga, you get it?
Yes.
So I'm a pure Yoruba man. So I call my people, I live in Lagos, I call my people in Ondo State, I told them that see, this administration, it has nothing to offer. I told them I'm in this Lagos State, the money that Lagos State generated, is enough to supply the whole of federation. But this money is going to the Tinubu pocket. Lagos State is just silent, and I don't know why people are clapping. I have a lot of people that are attacking me on Facebook. See, even though I can even send my Facebook this ID to you so that you can see my page. I have a lot of them, a Psychofan Nigeria, the people that are gullible. I don't know what is making them happy. They are happy slave, the way I call them. They used to attack me. See, this man has nothing to do. Is either they divide this country or let America come and just come and help us. Simple. There is a man that came out telling us that there is nothing like a genocide in Nigeria. That if there is a genocide, is the Fulani that even had the genocide that they are killing Fulani. Imagine. Fulani come to people farm. I'm from Ondo State, like I said. They went to my place, kill people, go to their farm, everybody vacate from farm. Imagine what is going on in this country. I don't understand what Nigeria, especially Yoruba people, like I used to tell them, I don't know their joy now in this very administration. They are killing them, they vacate from their resources, their work. There is insecurity. Even they kill one of my uncle that is a lecturer in Adekunle Ajashi University. You know those things. I'm from the Kare Akoko to be precise.
Wow.
They kill my uncle that is working in Adekunle Ajashi University in Akumba Akoko. So we pay ransom of 5 million naira before they could release him. Imagine what is happening everywhere. Some stupid and psychopath people. See, I'm very, very angry. Esther, please don't defend this administrative, please. When they are talking against them, allow everybody to express their mind. Please, I know you are doing your work, but it's not everybody that understand that is your work you are protecting. Please, allow people. See, I'm in anger. One man even attacked me on Facebook. I say if I pour the anger that the APC has put in me or you, I say you will die because I'm not afraid of anybody. Please, God bless you. Barrister Adality, you are doing a very wonderful work and God will continue to protect you. Every hand that rises against you, God will destroy them. Everyone that speaks evil against you, God will use their way against them in the name of Jesus Christ. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Hey,
that's the reality, Esther.
I know.
People are angry.
I know.
Because how do you protect the people who go to other people's farm? They will leave all the place they came from. They will come to your own state. Rape your women in the farm. Kill them. You know?
Please,
and the government is protecting them.
Please, I beg you, my people there.
All of us should rise up and challenge this evil. That is how they have gotten so powerful. A few people, they are not even up to 5% of our population. Yet, because of the gun they allow them to be carrying, they are terrorizing everybody.
Hello, good evening.
Instead of you to call a spade, you are trying to pamper it.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Oga. How are you today?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Oga, turn down the volume of your radio.
Don't off it, I beg. I've done that.
All right, please go ahead.
Hello?
What's your name? I can hear you.
Yeah, it's just like the caller before the last caller.
What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Mr. David.
Mr. David. Okay.
Mr. David.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Now, I wonder. I don't understand the kind of Muslim we have here in Nigeria. I've been to places. I've lived in Dubai. The first time I traveled to Dubai, it's just like, is this how Muslims live?
I wonder.
What is wrong with our own Muslims in Nigeria?
I'm telling you.
Just quite
I have been there.
I've been to Oman, just like Barrister said. I've been to many places, as in Muslim countries. Our own is different. All this Amajari is something that we are hearing here. There's not anything like Amajari in those places where they copy their own Muslim from. So I don't know what is going on.
All right.
Now, in the issue of Mr. Peter Obi, if I'm in the issue of Mr. Peter Obi, my brother, I will just wait. Because all the stars have said, go to Labour Party and go register. Come to, what do you call this one, this Wike Party.
PDP.
The Wike is there. You don't know whether Wike is a PDP or APC.
All right.
You don't know. So if I'm in issue, I will just say, okay, since Nigerians don't want to, because I think, at times when I was listening to Chioma in the evening rush, they said, go and register, go and do this one. Just that I don't have the picture because I changed my phone. If not like that, I could have sent the picture of where they discard voters card last year. Makoko side, precisely. That is where the Igbos dominated. When you go to collect the card, they will tell you it's not ready. Whereas it's ready. But when you look at you, they will say, this one na Igbo, now one now. Because they will not give you the card. At the end of the day, they went and dumped it as a Iwaya primary school. That's where they went and dumped. Only I don't have the picture.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take some messages. This person, Chijoke from Isola, USA is wasting time as people die each day. What collaboration are they asking for when the security architecture has terrorists in their midst? Distribution of branded buses to states for 2027 campaign amidst the height of insecurity is a sign that the APC don't care about us. Peter Obi, don't run alone. Have an understanding with Atiku and save the land. FG, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. Face terrorists and their sponsors. Chijoke from Isola. All right. Hold on, Parisa, please. Let me take their messages. Okay, it's been. We will soon be interrupted. Be thankful of every. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Nigeria has been sold to the jihadist. We have not been sold in Jesus' name, Bikono. Good evening, Esther. Barrister Darlington said the Igbos don't kill. The truth is that the Igbos have actually killed more than the terrorists by their adulterated wines and fake medical drugs they keep producing and saturating our markets with. Also, Barrister Darlington is so parochial and tribalistic. This is making him reason and talk this way. Honestly, it's not a good ambassador of our country. Alex Solomon from Anita Isheri Oshun, Lagos. All right. Do not ascribe crime to an entire group. That's just how I've been saying the same thing too for those calling Fulani terrorists. Not all of them are terrorists. Not all of them actually practice some of these devices and crazy attitude that we hear these terrorists perform. A couple of them are not even Nigerian. So let's not ascribe crime to an entire group. Yes, each group, each ethnic group has their own vacuum and vulnerabilities. Let's heighten that. Let's highlight that, but not to ascribe the entire group as what this divisive vices are. I'm so sorry, Esther. How is your day? It's been a while. I am Wale Kainde Hussein Bababe January from Oshodi. God bless you more. And Barrister Darlington, thank you so much. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. My name is Wale from Satellite Town. Barrister, you're very funny, but you're saying the truth. Keep it up. Good evening, Esther. Barrister is very right about the Northerners putting alcohol inside kettles. I stayed in Kano for some time, so it's something I witnessed personally. Calvin from Isola. All right, you've indicated Barrister Darlington. The same Daniel Bala was in Buhari's government when terrorists came to Nigeria to be killing Nigerian people. Today he's condemning US who wants to camouflage the terrorists and their sponsors out because he's a political jobber. Interesting. Good evening, Esther. The worst thing a leader of the state can do that will bring shame to the whole country is pampering and going ahead to negotiate with terrorists, which is very bad and condemnable. Why should some northern state governors go and negotiate with terrorists? Terrorists do not deserve mercy in any capacity. They're supposed to be killed by using any means possible to destroy them. They should not be called bandits. They are terrorists. Let federal government seek help from USA to eliminate these terrorists from our land. From Evangelist Atim, Surulere, Lagos. Barrister has opened someone's profile this evening. Esther, how come I don't know about this? I hope the man didn't succeed in entering your London. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Can someone explain to me why do we have Arabic in all our currencies and what is the meaning? Ifeanyi from Ushodi. Esther, good evening. The Northerners take drugs heavily. They indulge in secret prostitution. In fact, in Lagos here, the easy and grassroots source of drugs is through what we call mala. Sharia law is a big scam. How many big men have been arrested through Sharia? Don't mind all these lies and hypocrites. Kudos to America. Long live Trump. Sarah Fadin from Ajao. Okay, thank you very much for your messages. Barrister Darlington Agumo and Esther, the Islam practice in Southwest has its origins in Mali, hence Yoruba name for their version of Islam is Esimali. Their version of Islam was already in place before the Uthman Danfodio jihadist invasion, which Yoruba led by Ibadan warriors defeated the Fulani invaders at Ogbomoso. Malians have moderate Quranic interpretation. Okay, Ifede. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Those gay in Kano is called Dandaudu.
Dandaudu, yes.
Dandaudu. My name is Machelin from Ojo. Wow.
Esther, did you hear it now?
Yes. Good evening, VAP. When the former governor of Zamfara State, Sani Yerima, was accused of corruption, he was asked to be tried in Sharia court. He refused, saying he preferred to be tried in a regular Nigerian court. So Sharia law is for the common man. This is from Emmanuel. Good evening, Esther. Darlington, well done, sir. Esther, what Barrister Darlington is saying is very clear. The story passed through, Esther. You're asking for evidence, not necessary, because the thing they used to put in the kettle, even inside mosque, but you won't know. Esther, if you live for Mushin before, you will understand. If you white now, Sue from Ayotoro. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. Thank you so much. This is exactly what we're talking about. If the Sultan of Sokoto is not a sponsor or direct beneficiary of terror, if he stands against the slaughter and displacement of Christians and other innocent Nigerians, he can prove it easily. Issue fatwas against it, repudiate radical imams, expose those in his domain who inflict or sponsor the ongoing violence, declare killing of infidels. All right. Well, quite a number of messages, so lengthy. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. Solomon Asika from Mushi. When we realize the death toll that happened in Imo State is when this present Imo State government leaves office and a true and God-fearing government takes over. By then, there'll be truth and you get to know the truth about the killings that happened. If you're from Osu, Awo Indemele, Oporo, Ianese, and its environs, you must have lost somebody or known somebody who has been killed by these assassins masquerading themselves as unknown gunmen. The killings we are seeing is on the surface. The real killing is still underneath the surface. The Nigerian strangulation will never go away until the root is uprooted, and that root is our colonial master, Britain. All right, President Ellington, very quickly, what would you give as a recommendation, very quickly?
My recommendation is that Donald Trump should come in. You see this misery they are sending to US is to water things down. Esther, they have carried their hypnotism to America. If Donald Trump does not come, it will in fact, nobody will respect him again. These terrorists and these bandits, they will now mock all of us. America should come because they have intervened in other countries to solve a problem. Let them not accept all these their miseries. That meeting they went there is to water things down, because whenever this government want to do something, they set up a panel. When they don't want to do anything, they will set up a panel, and the whole matter will die with a committee, investigation, meeting, and all that. This thing they have carried to America now. That, if I'm not mistaken, Akwala America ogu, Akwala ogu. That is Akwala Udualeka, so that they will not do anything. That's what they do. I am telling you because of what we are seeing here. Why is Nigeria in darkness? You think it's ordinary? They have put Nigeria in darkness, so they have carried it to America. Donald Trump, you have to come here. We need your presence. Bring your people here to save this situation. Don't listen to any misery. That's what I'm saying here.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Darlington. That was quite in person.